Hey, Magic fans, welcome back. This is your captain speaking here on Capnclydes MTG. Hey, I just found something out. They put out some new Heroes of the Realms cards for Magic the Gathering. But before we get into that, don't forget, comment, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. The comments feed the YouTube algorithm, and I get a chuckle out of them too because, hey, nobody perfect. So, without that being said, still looking for ShamWow. Where you at, boys? Don't forget, you can also support the channel just by subscribing for free. Check us out on Rumble, TCG Player, eBay store links in the description. Patreon's in there if you're really feeling froggy. Along with my email if you just want to say, hey. So, let's get into it and check out these new Heroes of the Realms cards. So, what is Hero of the Realms? Well, they look a little something like this. So, Heroes of the Realm cards are cards that Wizards gives out for people that work for their company for whatever particular thing they were doing at the time. For example, this one here is Heroes of Kamigawa. So it says each spell you cast with the name printed in a Kamigawa expansion symbol costs one less to cast. Now it says Heroes of Kamigawa. It's got four colors, and it says there it's a legendary Kato Wanderer Planeswalker, so it's a dual Planeswalker. Now it has 4 loyalty for +2. Open up a sealed Kamigawa booster pack and shuffle those cards into your booster pile. Look at the top 4 cards of your booster pile. Put 2 of those cards into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. For -3, return a creature card with a name printed in the Kamigawa expansion from your graveyard to the battlefield. It also says here, Heroes of Kamigawa can be your commander. So why does it say that? Well, these cards are only playable by the people who they were given to, and they're only playable in Commander. They're not playable in their format, and it has to be playable by the person they were given to. Now, I'm sure if you got a cool Commander group, they let you play them for giggles. But this one in particular was given to Carmen Clomperens, and the reason it was given to her was a love letter, it says here, from Wizards of the Coast for working on Neon Dynasty, one of Magic's most successful sets of recent years. And that was why Carmen got this one. Now, there was another one given out as well. Gotta admit, that one's pretty sweet. We have, looks like Uslan the Giving. So it is a 4-color, no black. Blue, white, green, and red. 4/4 flying, vigilance, lifelink, and haste. Because that's probably also going to fill in that line. But anyway, at the beginning of your post-combat main phase, so after combat, the player to your left gains control of Uslan the Giving. Now, whenever a player donates a permanent to another player, the donating player draws a card, gains 1 life, and creates 3 treasure tokens. So as this bad boy starts hopping around the battlefield and slapping people in the face, when it leaves, you get to draw a card, gain a life, create 3 treasure tokens. And let's not forget, if you make this thing blink, it comes back into play under its owner's control. And there's other things you can do as well. But still, at post-combat phase, you still got to give it away. So, it's still pretty cool. It's great for those natty-looking group games. So I do have to say, I like it. I do think it's pretty sweet. Now, who was given this? Well, this was given to Jontel, looks like Levinson Smith, if I pronounced that right. The multicolor Angel Advisor was awarded to those who went out of their way to support philanthropic work at Wizards of the Coast affiliate charities like Black Girls Code, the Trevor Project, Extra Life, and many more. So there's probably going to be quite a few of these floating around out there. But hey, not too bad, and a pretty decent card for people working for charities. Not going to lie. Now, we got another good one coming up for you. Can't wait to see this. So here we have Savega, I guess. Maybe the S is silent. Sega. Anyway, copyright. It says the unconventional blue, white, green, and 1/3 loyalty planeswalker. It has landfall. Whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, put a loyalty counter on target planeswalker. That is sweet. It's target planeswalker, not this one. So if you've got other ones out there that are getting ready to ultimate, boom, baby. fetch lands, all that good jazz. Ramp, it's got green in it. So anyway, for -2, for each planeswalker type among planeswalkers you control, create a +1/+1 attendee creature token. That's all colors. So basically, you got 5 planeswalkers. For -2, you get 5 1/1s. Pretty hardcore. -2 to make a 1/1, still even good by itself. And then at the bottom here, it says choose an Elspeth, Teferi, Liliana, Chandra, or Garruk Planeswalker card named with mana value X. So you have to -X this card to do this. Create a copy of that card with the chosen name. You may cast the copy without paying its mana cost. And of course, it could be your commander. This is sweet. This just screams Super Friends when you start thinking about that kind of stuff. I gotta admit, this is probably one of the coolest cards that I've seen, and thank God it's only in Commander, because my God, would this be insane in any other format. So this was given to Alexander Smith. It seems that this particular individual, to the best of my knowledge, has helped organize many of the MTG events throughout the year. But we won't blame him for that, no matter how bad they were, because let's be honest, he's probably working with the short end of the stick when it comes to that. So, congratulations, Alexander. Pretty sweet card, dude. I really do like it. So, you do what you can. Now, without further ado, probably one of the sweetest cards on this list, in my personal opinion. And maybe it's because I'm biased, but it is Wizard from Beyond. So it's WUBRG, green, red, black, blue, and white, a legendary enchantment background. It says, create a character. Any non-legendary creature can choose this as its background. It becomes legendary and can be your commander. First off, this is a card that lets you play any creature as your commander. Broken. Also, sweet. I cannot imagine a cooler card to have. Like, that's just insane right there. Now, moving on, it also says, Commander creatures you own are clerics, rogues, warriors, and wizards in addition to other types. Gee, what's that come from? D&D? That's right. And if you look on the board there, take a look at that playing a little D&D action. Little D&D. Yeah, a little D&D. Or since this is D&D, maybe they're playing Housewives and Husbands or something. Hell, who knows? But anyway, the last thing on there, it says, as long as you have a full party, if an ability of a creature you control triggers, that ability triggers an additional time. Well, simply put, since all creatures you control are every creature type as far as the party goes, in addition to others, you just got to have one. So, you could say it's overpowered. I don't think it is. Here's the reason why. It takes 5 different colored mana, which can be hard. Plus, there's cheaper cards that do the exact same thing. Let's be honest. But, example, Panharmonicon. But anyway, moving on. This one has to be colored. So, I mean, it fits real well in the Panharmonicon deck, I'm not going to lie. But the whole create a character, just love it. Now, obviously, before I look at my notes here, this is clearly something handed out to some D&D guys. And with the recent layoff and all that stuff, they really got the shellacking. So I hope they all at least got this card so they can make some money. Anyway, so this was shared by Jacob Mooney. It was given to members of the Dungeons and Dragons Beyond team. So, as you can see, in true fashion, it lets you create a D&D character, i.e., make anybody your commander, so forth and so on, and all that good jazz. So, the card is sweet. I love it to death. If anybody out there's got one, hit me up. I'll be honest with you, if you got any of these Hero of the Realm cards, drop me a line. I would love to have one. I do notice this one here doesn't have the... ain't got the thing. I don't like that. And don't send me fakes. Just saying. Well, maybe not. Anyway, point being, so those are the 4 Hero of the Realms cards that were printed. It does kind of suck that these only went to D&D Beyond, which is why it's probably Wizards from Beyond. When the entire D&D staff probably did the best they could before they got the shellacking and sacked. But hey, welcome to Wizards of the Coast, I guess. So, Tell me what you guys think of the cards down below, and I ain't gonna lie, I'd love to play with them. So until next time, be kind, and as always, I hope to see you across from the game table. Nobody's probably watching this late in the video, but yeah, I'd buy these. I mean, not to play them, just I'd play them. I'd definitely play them. I'd be the bane of existence at my commander table. Anyway,